everyone. April Brown here. I've known Nancy Devlin for, over 32 years. We started at Loudoun Hospital around the same time. We worked the night shift at the Cornwall campus on Main 2. I was a brand new baby nurse, still learning the ropes. And Nancy and I became buddies instantly. She taught me so much, and I was truly blessed to have her guiding me through my early years of my career. My dear friend Nancy, you will be deeply missed. And thank you for teaching me the nursing ropes, especially the signs and symptoms of diabetes. And also, I can't forget to thank you for how you taught me to use that colorful language like they do in New York. But you and I, we'll just keep that between us. I will miss you, buddy. I love you very much. And congratulations on your retirement.
Okay, let's talk about Ninja Nancy for a second. So I would be sitting there charting and clicking along, and then I would kind of sense someone behind me, and she would scare me every time. I was like, oh my gosh, how long have you been standing there? Nancy would sneak up behind me and watch me chart. And I never quite understood why she did this. Was she chart auditing in real time? Was she making sure that I was charting correctly? And she was such a ninja. I never heard her coming. And then you would go and you would get a medicine real quick, and you'd come back by your workstation, and all of a sudden there'd be this Post-it there of charting you forgot to do. And where did it come from? I never saw her come by. She is seriously a ninja. So I don't know if you know this, Nancy, but I called you Ninja Nancy in my head for many years.
Hey, Nancy. I am certainly going to miss you. We've worked together over the decades, and we've had many, many funny things to remember, and we've reminisced about them recently. And I know Ebeth wanted us to share a funny moment with you. They're too personal, excuse me, and they are usually at someone else's expense, so I'm not going to share them here. They will just be something that you and I hold dear to our hearts. But there is one thing then that can get our Nancy going. Tell her they didn't plug in the Zoll and it didn't go through its self-check. That's when you'll see the Nancy that we know and love come out. I wish you the very best in retirement, Nancy. Enjoy your time with your family. This is so well-deserved. Take care.
I started working with Nancy back in '97 when the hospital moved to Lansdowne and our two med-surg units at the old hospital combined. And Nancy always worked nights, I think, which was just amazing because she had little kids. And one of the first things I remember about her is that she told me that she would push the bed up against the door so she could get some sleep and not have to worry about little 2-year-old Shay escaping. And I just thought, genius. Anyhow, Nancy was really good at starting IVs, and I used her expertise a lot because, I'm not. But and now as unit supervisor, I appreciate her clinical knowledge. I appreciate her calmness in the chaotic situations. But after everything's over with, she's going to tell you exactly what she thought about that whole mess. And she's going to use that phrase that only Nancy uses. Anyhow, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Have a great time with your grandkids. Have a great time sleeping every night. And thank you so much for everything that you've done to make this unit a really excellent one.
Okay, so another favorite story of all time is I was in the hallway on our old unit, and one of the Dynamaps, a flame just popped up on it. It just started flaming for no reason. And I just stared at it, and I wasn't quite sure what to do. I was like, oh, that's weird. Is that going to go out? Is that going to keep going? And it kind of kept smoking quite a bit. And I was like, I should probably do something about this. And a tech walked by, and they were like, call 5555. And I was like, oh yeah. So they called 5555. And Nancy just comes over, looks at the situation, rolls her eyes, and acts like it's a typical day on PCU, walks over, grabs the fire extinguisher, and then waltzes over and just puts it out like it's a normal day in the unit. And she's just super annoyed that we have interrupted report for her. And I just remember being like, oh my God, she is such a badass. Like, I hope I can be a nurse like her one day.
Nancy, I love you. I met you over 20 years ago when I was a baby nurse just coming back up north after being down south. And the first thing I hear at the nurse's station that morning was the F-bomb. I couldn't believe it. I was so happy to be back up north and get to work with you. You have given me such opportunity and so many memories and so much friendship that I will hold dear, near and dear to my heart. As you retire, I hope we stay in touch. You will be forever in my nursing memories and a dear friend. I love you. Happy retirement.
Nancy, dearest, I can't believe that retirement day has finally come for you, which makes me quite jealous because I have a long, long way to go. I don't know if you remember, but I always will. About 18 years ago when I walked on that unit, all confused and scared, and you took me under your wings. And you made me the nurse I am today. I'll remember my very first IV. I'll remember my very first MSET. I'll remember my very first death. And I'll also remember my very first Bloody Mary that I had no clue what it was. But I learned that from you. With very much pride and joy, I wish you a very happy retirement. I hope you enjoy sleeping through the night, and I hope you turn that phone off because we might accidentally make a phone call and call for an advice again. Enjoy playing with your grandchildren, and remember, you have left a lasting memory and mark on the Progressive Care unit, and especially to me. I love you. Have a great retirement.
I would like to speak to Nancy's character. So, a long time ago, they had us take a Harry Potter test. It was a personality test of what Harry Potter character are you. And this nurse came running up to me and said, guess who Nancy got? And I said, who? And she said, Professor Snape. If I would have had a drink in my mouth, I would have spit it everywhere because that test is legit. Nancy is absolutely Professor Snape. So not to give it away, not to give the Harry Potter story away, but Professor Snape. Is Professor Snape grumpy like Nancy? Absolutely. Did she scare the new nurses? Absolutely. She scared me when I was a new nurse. But like Snape, Nancy is the most loyal person you will ever meet. Nancy, despite working all those night shifts, made it to every committee meeting, made it to every staff meeting, every event she possibly could. When stuff would go down in the unit, she was there. She knew exactly what to do. She is seriously the most loyal person you will ever meet. Nancy, we are so grateful for everything you did for us over all these years, all the lives you touched, all the nurses you taught. You are an amazing human. The unit is not going to be the same without you, but we are so excited for you in your retirement, and we love you so much.